Salute, 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 salute. It's good, people. It's good. Back up off the mic, son. Salute, salute, salute. Salute, salute, salute. Salute, 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 salute. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to all my homies. Shout out to my homie Hassan Lane. Shout out to Abdul Malik. Shout out to all my peoples back home in the WIC. Elizabeth, stand up. You already know. GJJP, hello, what's up, bro? I look like a rapper, bro. I look like a rapper. No, I'm not a rapper. Look, you come into the chat, man. Like, subscribe. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscribers. I'm trying to get my subscriptions up, man. Please subscribe and like. I ask you to subscribe and like. Subscribe and like. I appreciate it. Salute, 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 salute to everyone that's in the chat. You from Brazil? What you know about boxing, homeboy? What you know about boxing? Do you know anything about boxing? Do you know anything about boxing? Subscribe to the channel, like, subscribe. I appreciate it. I really do. This is a boxing channel. We talk about boxing over here. So we do boxing. That's what we do. Boxing. Salute, 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 salute. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. What's on today's agenda? What's going on in the sport of boxing? I can tell y'all what's going on. First of all, y'all might already know that the charge has been dropped on my son Tank. When I say son, don't use that loosely. That's just a lingo. So, you know, that's a good thing. So now we want to see, you know, where he goes from here. You know, is he going to take on Roach, or he going to take on Shakur at the beginning of the year? Either or, it don't matter for me. You know, I got Tank beating both of them. Shakur, my guy. I like Shakur. He's a damn good fighter. But I don't think he could beat Tank, period. Uh also, I like Roach. But can he beat Tank? No. Can't beat Tank. He drawed him. He got, I don't believe in luck. He got blessed with that. He should have took the money and ran. Now he believe he could beat Tank, which is crazy. So we'll see. We will see. Because them fights have to come to fruition sooner or later. And I'd say sooner than later. My man, Brian Norman Jr., he brought Abdullah Mason into his training camp for Devin Haney. I think that was a smart move. I think that was a dope move. Abdullah Mason to bring anybody you have to get your you have to be right sparring him. Southpaw coming at you, yeah, hitting hard, headhunter, yeah. That was a good move. That was a good, real good move. That was a damn good move. I salute uh Brian Jr. on that. I salute him on that. That was smart. That was very smart. Salute, Junior. Raymond Ford out of Camden, New Jersey. I don't know if if you guys ever heard of him. He's not a prospect anymore. You know, he's doing his thing, moving around in boxing. He winning, he losing. But I think his last one was a loss over in the UK. I just want to say shout out to him, bro. Keep your head up. I think you won that fight because you wasn't in America. They gave it to that boy. Um, just keep pushing, man. Just keep pushing. Then we got Shakur Stevenson, which we know he just banged up Cepeda, you know, which was a beautiful thing. I oh my God, I was so happy he beat that boy up, man. I didn't know what to do because I don't know what made people think that Shakur can't fight in the pocket. Shakur is a well-rounded fighter, but he has the highest not getting hit rate in the sport of boxing, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what made people think that Cepeda even had a chance with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur made Cepeda look bad on a for real, for real. He really did. But I really do think it's time. It's really time for that division, that lightweight division, to start stepping up, and them guys have to start fighting. Everybody can't keep sitting around looking good and talking about it, man. You got to get them fights. You got to start fighting. Why? Who didn't meet? First of all, what's up, Melly boy? 85, salute, homie. Simply Cook, what's up? What's up, mate? I see you from the UK. Hey, yo, like and subscribe to the channel, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Now, I want to get back to you, Melly boy. What are you talking about? Then why he didn't rematch? Why Tank didn't rematch Roach? That's what you talking about? Who you talking about? Oh, you from India? Okay. What's up, Simply Cook? Subscribe to the channel, man. Like the channel. Everything is cool, champ. This 12th round knockout, man. Salute to the brothers just came in the chat. Salute. Happy to have you brothers here, man. I appreciate that. Stopping by. So back to Melly boy, who you talking about, man? You gonna jump in and say something and jump out and forget about what you said. I'm asking you a question, homie. Then why you said then why he didn't rematch DOS? Who and what are you talking about? Yeah, 10 million views, huh? In the last 2 months. That's really good. How you did that, I don't know. But I'm from the streets, homie. I'm not gonna let you line me up. I don't know what's your punchline, but you know, I talk boxing up here, bro. That's what I do. I talk boxing, strictly boxing, not basketball, not football, not baseball, hockey, none of that. I talk boxing. That's it. What you mean collab? Collab how? What you said? Can we collab? What you mean by can we collab? What do you mean? Back to what I was talking about. I don't. For some reason, for some crazy reason, I just don't think Devin Haney can beat Brian Norman. I just don't think he's ready for Brian Norman. I keep saying it. I keep saying it, but that's my opinion. I don't think Devin Haney um is the same person he was before the Ryan Garcia fight. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see the slickness that he once had. I'm going off his last fight in New York. He ran for 12 rounds. Not one time did he sit in the pocket and bang. I'm going strictly off that his last fight. And then off that last fight, he take the fight with Brian Norman. Brian Norman got power in both hands, man. Brian Norman is not, he young, he's strong, and he could box. And he's definitely not a walk in the park. And I'm saying that to say the way Devin Haney got beat by Ryan Garcia, he took a 12-round beating. He got beat up for 12 whole rounds. Straight up and down. And it's not easy coming back from that. Look at Errol Spence. Errol Spence took a tough loss from Bud, but he took 2-3 years off. Now he took a lot of time off the hill to get his mind right and to figure it out and then come back at it fresh. You don't get beat the way Devin Haney got beat from round one. From round 1 to 12, I don't think Haney completely had his legs under him. From round 1 to 12, I watched that fight several times, and every time he got hit it got to the point the shot didn't even have to be clean. He would fall. And then he had him looking like the guy from Martin. He had his face discombobulated, taking them blows like that. And then within a year, he's back. And then he's back calling out the elite. He should have slow walked it. He should have slow walked it. He had 12th round knockout, man. We keep it real. That's one thing we gonna do. We're gonna always do. We're gonna always keep it all the way real. You know, we're not on anybody team. We don't support no special fighters. We none of that. None of that. We just talk boxing, straight up boxing, real boxing, what's going on in boxing, and how we feel about certain situations. And right now, I'm talking about the Haney situation, and I'm just giving my opinion. I don't think that Devin Haney should have took the Brian Norman fight right now. I think he should have did another tune up. He should have grabbed another tomato can, and seen where he was at, where he was really at. Take some shots, see how you feel. Because you're gonna be you're gonna forever be scared to get hit the way you was hit by Ryan Garcia. I always compare it to a baseball player getting hit in the face, with a ball. Pause. Same twist. They bat never be the same because they scared now to get hit. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. Elman hit Jarvik. Why would you? Why would you? Why would you say that? I'm just curious. I don't give a fuck. It don't bother me. But why would you say that? Like that make you feel good? Like that make that you know, like we say, from the hood, like a cat can be anybody or say anything behind that computer, that phone, that laptop, and the rest of that stuff. Like weirdos out there, man. Weirdos. Straight weirdos. Unreal. Wow, the guy was a nutcase, man. Wow. But that's neither here nor there. But like I was saying about Devin Haney. But my thing is this: at the end of the day, salute Devin Haney, salute him, salute him. May God bless him, and may he come out, you know, healthy. I don't wish that on anybody. Devin Haney never did anything to me. His dad, I think, is an asshole, but Devin, I don't know him. But as far as social media goes and how his dad be rocking, you know, he pretty much a dickhead to me. Pause. Straight up and down. That's how I feel about him. Yeah, shout out to Scooter Davis from out of the DC area. Young Scooter coming up, prospect. Um, I got him for being a world champ one day. Scooter Davis, Luke King Jr., salute them young guys. Salute Cormel Morton. Salute. Now the fight cards that's coming up, um, I have Showtime. I have Showtime Boxing, which gives you all the fights. For the rest of the year, they give them to you quarterly. It's an app that you can get. They tell you all the big fights, the dates, and you know all that. The the Bud and Canelo card, um, it still don't have the the undercard like that. I think it's 3 people so far. I can be wrong and I can be off, so don't quote me on it. That's all I seen. 3 people, 3 fighters, 3 fights. You know, uh, one of the Vargas boys was one. Mobility was one. There was another one. I can't remember who the other one was, but so far that's all he got. I'm almost, I'm almost positive of that. And then Cepeda, he has a fight coming up soon. I like Cepeda. I think Cepeda is a warrior. I think he's real gutsy. I think you know he fight with his heart. He leave everything in the ring. I like fighters like that. He's tough. He's very tough. Um, you know, salute to him. Salute to my guy. Uh, what's his name? His name escapes me right now. Uh, anyway, he got suspended from boxing. Davis, DC. Uh, he called out Teofimo Lopez um, not too long ago when he fought. When he damn, I can't remember who who um who he had fought. Pedraza. He had fought Pedraza. He beat Pedraza. And after the Pedraza fight, he called out Teofimo Lopez, and Tio never responded. Um, I think that'll be a good fight. I think that'll be a damn good fight. Um, but right now, I just feel that these guys should really start getting together and really fighting each other and seeing who's who, what's what, and what's going on with those guys at 135 in the sport of boxing. You know, it's too many divas in boxing. It's too many divas. It's too many divas. Everybody want to be a world champ. Everybody want to be. They don't want to take the O. You know, that's Floyd shit. You know, don't nobody want to lose. Everybody's scared to death to lose. You know, um, but I tell you one thing: the Mexicans not for that bag. They gonna fight, win, lose, or draw. I'm just calling it how I see it, man. You know, the brothers be on some bougie shit. You know, they want $6 million a fight, and they ain't fighting a year and a half. Not calling no names and not saying that's accurate, but that's what's going on. You damn near gotta pull teeth to get these niggas to fight now. Frank Martin hasn't fought since Tank, but you see him everywhere. He's always at an event, flexing, spending that Tank money. Did you ever like boxing? Cause I know you was a football player. You lost the Tank and you still resting. How long you gonna rest? A lot of fighters are like that. They fight one, maybe twice a year now. That's the wave. Gary Russell was the first fighter I remember that was doing that, but he had the perfect reason why, because everybody was scared of him. Not saying he was the boogeyman at 135, but he couldn't get no fights. He couldn't get no fights. Nobody wanted to fight him. He was that fucking good. He lost to Loma because he was weight drained. I will believe that till I go to my grave. That's the only reason why Lomachenko beat him, because he was weight drained. Now Antoine, it's Antoine's turn. And let's keep it real, man. He beat Antoine Russell beat Rayo easily. He beat him easy. Like like he beat him easy. Shout out to Antoine Russell. Salute, my guy. He beat him easy. and on the for real, I really do think Antoine Russell beat Pyro. They gave it to Pyro though. They gave it to him. For some reason, they gave him that, and that was a PBC card. But I think Antoine out hustled him. I think Antoine threw more power shots. Um, I think he beat him. I think he beat him. I think he all out beat him. But they didn't give him the fight. I couldn't understand that. I can't wait to see Gary in his groove. Gary Russell, he back. You know, he didn't even look like he took time off on his last one. Them boys is just, you know, they was born to box. They was born to box. Yep. You got Gary, Antoine, and it's another younger one. You know, his name escapes me right now, but it's a younger one. Yeah. That's who I want. That's who I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind talking to Gary Russell, hitting him up virtually and having a conversation with him. He always been one of my favorite fighters. Always been. Always. I always dug his style, the way he, the way he fight, like, and Antoine the same way. Antoine the same way. Same way. Them cats is just, they bulls, man. They bulls. And they very, 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 very smart fighters. They super smart. That's why it's hard to beat them. It's very hard to beat the Russell brothers, man. Very hard to beat them. Yeah. Then you have AB, Adrian Bruner. Salute to Adrian Bruner. God bless AB, man. God bless AB. I heard this guy say out of his own mouth, pause, he said, him and Floyd should do an exhibition so they can get the bag. Mad people want to see that. And the crazy thing is, where he was in this house, and it was like a bunch of people in the house, like a house in the hood, like like a it could have been a projects or something. And the girls, it was this one girl, but you can hear her voice when the camera did show her, and she was riding them saying, "Sit your ass down. Your shit over. Sit your ass down. It's over for you. And I'm like, wow, man. Wow, how can you talk to this man like that? Like, how can you sit there and I'm talking about him now. How can you sit there and take yourself from being this icon, come dancing in the ring, getting your hair brushed in the ring by your people, to being in somebody's kitchen with your shirt off, with a fan blowing? It's probably 90 degrees outside. You look high, and the chicks in there riding you, telling you it's over. Let's go sit down somewhere. Salute to Adrian Broner, man. May God bless him. Two guns up for Adrian Broders, man. Salute, man. I hope things get better for you, man. I hope you get well. I just hope and pray that, you make it out of whatever, you going through in life, man. Real talk. Cause boxing boxing will always need an Adrian Broner. Get you a podcast, man, and make you some money. You know, Adrian Broner is a funny dude. And then people love him. You know, I can see him winning. But it's sad when you get caught up. You caught up, man. Caught up. Caught up. I just pray that he stay safe and he be all right. Yeah. Salute the cool boy Steph. Shout out to cool boy Steph. Shout out to Boots Ennis. What's up with Boots Ennis, man? Boots Ennis. Boots. I'm being honest. I know Boots turned pro. I remember when he turned pro. I don't know, um, with who at the time. I think it was with Al Heyman and them. That's what I believe. But he turned pro, and because I followed him in the amateurs, I remember seeing him in the amateurs, and I remember when he fought Antoine Russell, um, in AAU. I remember they fought. I don't know if it was the relays. I don't know if it was to go to Olympics. I can't remember, what was the situation. But I know this much. He's about to fight. Time go by. It's about a year and a half. I can't remember how much time went by, but I know time went by. And I was seeing little pieces of him on YouTube, like nothing big, like little pieces or whatever. And I said, let me check out Boots. Let me check him out in the pros. See what's up with him. The announcer said, Jaron Boots Ennis, 23-0, something knockouts, no draws, whoop de whoop. I said, yo, when the fuck did he have all these fights? And who are they? I couldn't believe that. I didn't understand it. All of a sudden, he was 23-0 with a bunch of knockouts. That was crazy. That was crazy to me. And then the next thing I knew, he was uh he was 29-0. Or he could have been 31, something like that. I can't remember vividly. But whatever he was, it was the numbers was low. And that was crazy. Somebody please name 10 fighters boots in his beat. Just 10, that's all. Yeah, before I end this live, I just want to say one thing before I end it. You know, I have, you know, homies that I grew up with all my life, you know, um, as podcasters. And my thing is this: one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. You know, why would you keep sending me links to watch your shows when you're never in my chat, or you never inquire or say ask me anything about my podcast? I don't live by the tit for tat thing. I don't do that. But I do believe one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. I do believe that, you know. And my thing is, we grew up together from kids. If you don't support me and look out for me, don't expect that from me. Period. That's why I said what I said to you. Stop sending me the links because I don't watch his shit. I don't support no one that don't support 12th round knockout. Period. I stand on that. You know, this is my hobby. This is what I love to do. I love to get on and talk about boxing. That's my shit. You know? So um that's how it is, period. Bottom line. You know? And one more thing. it's really two more things before I get off. But the next thing is this. Every time you and my bro get together, you don't have to bring me up about anything, about the message I sent you and all, like that, that what's the point in telling him? I'm always open for a conversation. Always. I'm always open for a conversation. But cats don't know how to talk. A lot of cats deal with pride. A lot of cats think they know it all and they think they better. Not in a physical form, in a mental form, and in the mind. Like they clicking on all cylinders. But if you was clicking on all cylinders, you would do things different. People are selfish. That's why they struggle is so hard. That's why they struggle so hard. That's why they can't get ahead. That's why they fighters can't win. I'm off that. I'm on this now. Salute the champ side. Champ side, excuse me. I used to be in champ side chat. I used to donate my money to him. And every now and then I still go on and listen to champ side. Because for me, besides Dante Nation, I think champ side the best out there when it comes to uh podcasting. I think he the best out there. I think I think, you know, he do the best interviews. I believe he known the biggest. I ain't talking about no fucking cigar talk and all them niggas. Them niggas fairly new. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about strictly champ side. Champ side been around for a little minute. Not a long, long time, for a minute though. He been around. You know, Blue and all them been around too, but Champ side is a young, smart, witty guy. Like he's super, super witty. What I mean by that is that he's smart. And sometimes he get too smart for his own good. I just want to say this. I was watching this show the other day. Like I said, I watched this show because I learned from him. You know, I like what he do. I like how he do it. Some of the things he do, I pick up from and I learn from him. Champ side. But you got cooked on your own show a couple days ago. Think the guy name was Rich and he called in. And I learned a valuable lesson from you getting cooked. Bro, everybody don't know it all. There's always somebody out there just as witty as you, just as smart as you, just right there with you, or a step ahead of you. Because the guy literally had you uh backing your words up. and saying stuff like, yeah, you right. And then the corny part is how you wanted the chat, you wanted the chat to to come in and like degrade this brother or disrespect him or just, do corny stuff. Like I'm cooking them now. Chat, chat, chat. The shit look crazy. But the brother cooked you on your own show. And I'm saying that to say this. You should stop being so arrogant and take the time out to listen sometime. Be slow to speak and quick to listen sometime, champ side. That's all I'm saying, young man. And you know me, Rajon Pittman. I was in your chat for a long time. You one of the reasons why I tried now. I'm nowhere near you. I'm nowhere near you when it comes to this podcast and shit. As far as the levels, I'm not there, but I'm first to admit that. But by God's grace and mercy, I be there. I be there because I believe in hard work and dedication. And I know the sport of boxing. I've been around the sport of boxing since 79, 80. And I also boxed AAU, Junior Olympic. So I know boxing. I, I never stopped being in the sport of boxing, around the sport of boxing, knowing who's who, and watched all the big fights till today. So I know boxing. I just needed to learn how to podcast. And that's when I was watching you, Lion Ass Blue, and you know, that's when I was doing that. But the only thing I want to say is that I hope you got a lesson out of that. You got cooked, homeboy. Salute the champ side. Y'all know how I ended the same way all the time. Jersey.